Hey, I'm Chris. Shelly and Grizz are being smart and staying inside. It's already 100 degrees at 10:15 in the morning and is scheduled to reach 115 this afternoon. It's just barely June here in Arizona. Hey. Now, we love this place, but in an RV, it's almost untenable. I'm only out here because we've got to get a few last things done before we head out. That's right, Season 4 begins this next week and we'll be driving out of this furnace. Man, I already feel like I'm melting.
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
We'll try to keep it short. First off is to regenerate the soft water tank. We bought an RV model which generally comes in two sizes, small and larger. We chose the larger model so that we didn't have to regenerate it quite as often. Our larger model will produce soft water for anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. Of course, that kind of depends on how much water we go through. I think the smaller requires an every 2-week type schedule. We really do like the system. Less water spots, not much calcium buildup in the pipes and appliances that use water, less laundry soap, and a squeaky clean feeling when taking a shower.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah, it does add to the workload when setting up, but it's really not that bad, and we use quick connect couplings on all of our hose lines. We also use a charcoal sediment filter at the hose bib and another sediment filter before the soft water tank. A 1 micron filter before the house at the Nautilus control panel for water, and are pretty comfortable that the water coming into the RV is clean and safe. We do change out our filters every 3 months and more often if there's any doubt. The tank we chose is the Pro Plus Aqua. It came with a sediment filter and canister which doubles as a tool to infuse table salt into the softener tank to force the resin beads in the tank to release the minerals, the calcium and other products of hard water that they attract from the incoming water. Now, most of these tanks are built the same way and for the most part all do the same thing pretty much the same way. Why did we choose this over another? Well, honestly, it must have been good marketing and that it offered a few other options that the competitors didn't, like a neoprene cover for the tank, the pre-filter, and it already had the resin in it, and boasted its ease of maintenance and cleaning. The downside? The pre-filter. Well, it's an odd size and requires a special filter from its own company. Still not bad. Like clockwork, every month we take 2 boxes of the cheapest table salt. Right now it's the Kroger brand at 59 cents per box, and regen the device. We keep it, the canister, in an old milk crate to make taking it in and out of the rig easier, and it provides some protection and stability for the system. 2 4-foot sections of hose with quick connects and a 25-foot or 50-foot section to get to the spigot, and that's it. Of course, we have a short strip of heat tape for wrapping the short sections of hoses in the tank and the filter with, and a heated 50-foot hose for winter camping. Recharging is easy. Remove the filter from its pre-filter housing, put in 2 boxes of table salt, the filter container with salt. After removing the sediment filter out of it, making sure I clean off the O-ring on the inside. Then I'm going to reattach the lid. Suck it down, just hand tight. And I'm ready to set it up for recharging the soft water. Invert that salt-filled filter canister. In equals from the spigot out to the soft water canister. So what we've done is we've connected the canister with the salt in it to the normal way that we would hook it up. And that's the in, and that's the out. Except this time we have the supplied small hose that goes up to the out on the soft water canister, and then to just a discharge hose down into the gravel below. Use the provided 1/4 inch hose and fittings to connect the canister to the pre-filter. But reverse the canister so that the salt solution is entering the out or discharge end of the canister. Add an old section of garden hose to run the brine water out and away from the equipment. Turn on the hose bib till a pencil-sized stream is coming out of the discharge hose and let it trickle for 20 to 30 minutes. After time is up, remove the 1/4 inch hose and reconnect standard hoses. Then open the bib to full for 2 minutes or until you can't taste salt in the discharge water. Up to the bottom as I come over and shake a little bigger. Turn the canister around and connect the pre-filter and the in side of the canister and the discharge out end to the intake of the Nautilus. Done. 30 minutes and you're making soft water again. Now, one other thing is fuel for the generator. Because we don't use it that often, we need to make sure that it's always ready. So yesterday I topped off and filled 2 small jerry cans for that just in case, and we do exercise the generator at least once a month with a load to keep it fresh and ready. Okay. One of the things we do, because we have a gas generator, is we have to get fuel for it. Now, because this was an aftermarket generator that was added to it, it didn't come from the factory. Once we put the generator in, there's a separate fuel tank. It's only a 6-gallon tank. It's basically like a marine tank you'd use for an outboard motor. We always, because it's an older generator, try to make sure that whatever fuel we buy, because this thing doesn't carry fuel, we put some sort of fuel stabilizer in the tank to make sure that the times that we're not using the generator, the fuel's still going to be good. And I like to add a little bit of extra treatment to it to help keep the valves in good shape and make sure that it runs smoother. Now, most of the time in a lot of other states, we're able to pick up no ethanol fuel. And that's what this particular generator really likes. The ethanol will destroy the seals and the seats in it. So the problem with having ethanol in these tanks is that it will eventually come to some costly repairs for the generator itself. So we always run non-ethanol fuel in the generator, and sometimes, like in Arizona, it's very difficult to find that. So what we end up doing is using avgas. That's 100 double L. The neat thing about avgas is that it'll last almost forever. I've had it in my aircraft for a couple of years at a time without completely draining the tanks, and they still run just fine on it. It doesn't seem to be as affected by the bacteria that builds up in a tank with regular gasoline, but we still treat it just to make sure. So that's what I just got through doing, was putting the treatment inside this tank. We carry an extra 5-gallon tank and an extra 2.5-gallon tank with us, so that if we needed to spend the night somewhere and the temperatures were unbearable, we could either run the ACs or we could run the furnace without any problems, without worrying, not having enough power. We do have solar, but it's a small amount. It's one 300-watt panel, and we've got 2 AGM batteries that help a lot, but still can't do what the power draw is for this rig. Hope that helps. The last thing is to get the rig washed and check the tire air pressure. The tires I'll do in the morning, and the wash, well, we're going to try a blue beacon on our way out of town. Should be interesting. You guys have been awesome, and you really do make our travels a whole lot more fun. Here's a quick glimpse of our other set of vinyl letters on the driver's side of the rig. If you see us out on the road, don't forget to honk. And don't forget, if you haven't, please subscribe. It's free, and subscribing, liking, and commenting are great ways to help support the channel and make it grow. We sure hope we're able to provide you with a little diversion, entertainment, and maybe a little how-to right here on our License to Travel. So please, travel safe. See you next season. Yeah, that's just next week. Less laundry soap and a squeaky clean feeling. 2 4-inch sections of hose with. Turn the canister around and connect the pre-filter in to the in side of the canister and the discharge out. The tires I'll do in the morning, and the wash, well, we're going to try a blue beacon on our way out of town.